Hey everybody, I'm Kelly Ellers,
I'm Jeffrey London.
and this is Volume Up by the Tees. So, as this airs, Jeff, we'll have watched the Super Bowl, and my
We
guy will have watched my
The
guy.
Benito Bowl. No, it's not the
Woo!
Super Bowl. It is
It is,
the San Benito concert. We are there for Bad Bunny. Do
yep.
you know the teams that are playing in the Super Bowl?
No, no,
Yeah, no,
sir.
nope, nope. So I've got a little bit of, I don't know, like closeness, like the degrees of separation are not far.
Okay.
The Super Bowl is at Levi's Stadium, which is in Santa Clara, which is the county that
Oh,
I'm living. I'm
wow.
15 minutes away from, but I'm not
Huh.
going. I have
Yeah,
no interest in.
I would die to see you at a football game.
Again, I would go for Bad Bunny and then I would leave. Like that's literally the only thing.
Do
There's
you
no
have anything like sports attire?
nope.
Do
Nope.
you have
I've got
like
like football jerseys, not like football jerseys.
do you
No.
have like this is maybe personal, but like basketball shorts that you would like work out in?
No, no,
My
they're
God,
Viore.
this is so good.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I
I
do
shouldn't
have
be laughing
lacrosse
hysterically.
shorts because of
Cross
my
shorts.
Maryland upbringing.
Okay.
So like
Did
I
you play
will
lacrosse?
no, no. It's in the blood.
Did you play any sports in high school?
Nope.
Oh.
I was a swim instructor. So I can swim well, but I didn't like to I don't like the competitive nature of the
That is
it's
so
too much for me.
interesting.
I don't
Huh.
I don't get it. Like I get for
Seriously.
the
And
like
I
per
couldn't be the
I know
exact
you're
opposite.
literally
I'll
I
claw
just
your eyes out.
yeah, the parents involved, like it's just not for me.
Yeah,
It's like it's
you,
very intense.
yeah,
It's
it's done.
I recent not recently. This was it's just formative. It's fresh in my brain. I was forever a swimming instructor and lifeguard.
Okay.
Was close to swimming as a sport. And in Maryland, there's a couple of very high profile swim league, etc. Anyway,
Okay.
so there was a little of a swim league, and I was a judge for
Yes.
yes. And
Yes, you were.
I helped a friend, I whatever, and there was a little kid that I didn't realize we were supposed to let not finish, and I gave her a penalty for because I didn't. It was understood to literally everybody else that like you just let this
It
little kid do their thing.
oh,
And I had no
and you
idea
just
because I was
slapped that.
dropped in and I sure was like, "Boop," like, and then everybody looked at me like I was a fucking monster. Anyway, it's still like I was
Wow,
probably
that's fresh. That's
maybe
still fresh.
20, 20. I mean, like we're looking at almost 20 years ago, and it's like
Deep.
seared in there that the disappointment from the anyway. That was tough.
Just
So yeah,
like
sports. But
what?
what I'm getting at is there was so much,
Yeah,
energy
tension.
coming my
Yeah.
way. And I
Hmm.
remember as a kid not liking that. So anyway, no, 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 no competitive sports.
Well,
But
do you think your daughters will do sports?
it's so one is we've exposed her. So we're trying as much as possible to be like, you could do this, you could do that.
To
She like
number one
goes
or number
number
two?
number one. Number one is
Okay.
like she's not super interested. She likes ballet and she's that's the thing.
Okay.
Number two likes to kick things, hit things, etc.
That's
So
what I was
she,
gonna say.
yeah, yeah,
It's gonna
she's
be number
yeah,
two.
yeah, no. Number one's it's not for her. Number two, I think it's going to be a big
Yeah.
deal. So, but I'm pushing for lacrosse.
Yeah. I mean, girls lacrosse, they wear so many less pads in girls lacrosse than boys.
Hmm.
It's like,
Hmm.
what?
Hmm.
The boys are
Hmm.
wearing helmets and the girls just have a wire thing? Why?
Well, they're not supposed to be checking in the same way.
Oh,
But anyway,
yeah.
that's for
Anyway.
another day. Yeah. But so yeah, the Super Bowl. I don't know who's playing. I don't care. It's very nearby. I hope that it is not awful to be driving around Santa Clara.
It probably will
It
be. Yeah.
likely will be.
Hmm.
I
Starting
am
like
enjoying.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like right. It's
Yeah.
it's gonna happen. Very yeah. Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
I
We
can't
loved it.
wait. I'm sure it's incredible.
I
There's
already love
nothing.
it and
Yeah,
it
I was gonna
hasn't
say, and it
happened.
hasn't happened yet. What about the commercial? So obviously
Yeah.
they've been dropping, which is so fucking annoying.
It's
Like, why do
so
we?
annoying.
The whole thing of like, oh, just let me see it when it's supposed to, and then like, let's be done. Let's be done with it.
Yeah. Let's be done with your little
Okay, so
skit.
I want to like put this to the listeners.
Okay.
There is a commercial spot from Elf slash ELF
Uh-huh.
piece featuring Melissa McCarthy.
I
And it's
love
like
her.
Melissa, she's like a telenovela star. And
Huh.
with the lip gloss application, she becomes more and more of. And I just, like, for
I don't
me,
understand that.
yeah, yeah. So I got questions about.
Yeah, it's questions.
It's a curious decision that that marketing team made.
Yeah, that is. Is that like
It is
appropriate?
bordering.
I mean, that's
It
because you
it
put
sounds a
on
little bit
said
like
makeup.
appropriation is
Of
what.
course.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
You
yeah.
put
It's
on
very
said
strange.
lipstick and now all of a sudden you
Yeah,
are a different ethnicity.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's not
And
good.
they're like walking the line, so it's a little
Hmm.
bit but it's very strange.
Intentionally. I mean,
Yeah,
intentionally.
but it's very weird in these charged times.
Yeah.
So
Why?
I'm gonna put that out there. It did give
Yeah.
some work to Itati Catoral, so like that's exciting. They're bringing in an OG telenovela star,
Oh,
and
that's
she's like
cool.
sort of reprising some of the like iconic scenes that she had done from the 90s, but it's still weird.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's
that is
it's
one commercial that like is being shoved down our throats in advance of the Super Bowl, where I feel like I would much prefer to not know about it, see
right.
it then, and not be thinking about it so many days out about how
Here,
fucked up I think it is.
yeah, that's I agree. Here's the thing. I usually am just like socializing and I miss the
Yes, you're not watching.
commercials.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I'm like, oh,
And
I
we're
missed
marketers.
it. Like,
We should be
I
cued
know.
in.
I really should.
The other one, this is gonna be I'm gonna get my little monster card taken away.
Okay.
Lady Gaga is
Hmm.
doing a commercial with I don't couldn't tell you the brand, and that's another problem. Like if we don't know what the
Yeah,
commercials,
that's pretty much the point.
that's the whole point. She's has re-recorded Mr. Rogers' "Will You Be My Neighbor,"
I saw that.
but Kelly, I don't remember the original.
Oh, you don't?
No, no, and I
It's a
want
beautiful
like
day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. Would you be mine?
clip it, Madeline. Yeah, no. So I mean, I know the gen, but like, it seems like it goes on forever, and I'm just like, I don't.
Well,
How
he
should
had to get from his car, his
right. I
house.
had to
He
take
had to
off
go
the and
all
then
in. He
put
had to
on this.
tie his
Yeah.
shoes.
Now I
Like
got
he
yeah.
had a
I mean,
lot
there
to
was a
do.
lot, but it
Yeah,
just
a
feels
lot.
like it's not.
It does. It's not going to hit like certain
No. And then to like
generations because
have Gaga like belt it, it's just like
yeah,
I don't. That's a little bit of it was weird. It's weird. Again, I love it,
I like it's
I'm confused.
yeah. And what was the brand?
Who
It should have been
knows?
like Keds, like legit.
That would
I
make
think he
sense.
slipped on
I think
Keds.
it's like
I
an
do.
insurance brand or something.
Hmm.
Like it's so anyway, and I'm not gonna look. Don't tell me otherwise. But yeah, so anyway, listeners, if you found
Oh, what a
one
treat.
commercial to be especially good, maybe let us know about it. I'm eager to hear it. Yeah, there's that.
All right. Okay. Let's move on, shall we, to our new
Let's.
little session.
Yeah. All right. So we're doing Obsessed or Over It, where we react to products, services, trends, things, and we decide if they're a hit or a miss. We're breaking down what's worth the hype and what isn't, giving our honest takes along the way. Follow along to these things in the show notes or on our Instagram. We will be posting every single thing that we're discussing. I'm reading because this is how it works, and I'm already upset. So the first thing is we've got Road Big Sky
Mm-hmm.
Montana Trip.
Mm-hmm. They've arrived. The Road Snow Club has arrived,
Mm,
basically.
mm.
And I don't really know what they're doing there. So, they're celebrating the caffeine reset and peptide lip boost, but it
Mm,
seems like kind of extreme,
yeah.
right? And they've got the chairs, and I mean it's cute. It's all the aesthetic and the
Yeah.
s'mores, but I mean it's a haul to get to Big Sky. I'm not gonna lie.
And to have this installation and all. I mean,
Hmm.
so I do love mint green
I do
as a rule.
too.
I love it.
Oh, I do as well.
It's like a soft spot for me. But
Hmm.
as we all know, I cannot stand Rhode or Haley
Hmm.
Bieber,
We do know that.
literally at all. So it's
I've
a
never bought
I'm.
anything of hers if it makes you feel better.
It does make me feel better. Does looking at this make you want to buy anything from
Kind
her?
of.
Oh,
Kind of. I mean, because
okay.
I see that icy green, and now that you mentioned the green, and now I'm like,
Mm,
oh, I wonder if
mm,
it's got that icy undertone of green, and
mm.
now I'm
Now
curious.
you're okay. Yeah,
I won't buy
you're
it, I
working your way
promise.
down the
I
the
won't. I won't
funnel.
do it. I'm not. I'm still at the top of the funnel.
Yeah, no, I there's literally nothing that could make me want to buy a single thing from her brand.
Yeah.
So I'm over it.
Yeah,
But you
you're
know,
far over it.
yeah, couldn't be into it if I wanted.
No, we couldn't. I bet you're not going to be into the next one either. So,
No.
Justin Bieber's Grammy performance.
Hmm.
He literally stripped down, as we
Hmm.
all know, into what looks like some ratty looking
Gym
boxers.
shorts.
I don't know. And some
Yeah.
black socks, which, oh, I don't like to see a black sock on a leg.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
fair.
there should be pants over them. Don't
That's
you?
fair. I think a black
I don't,
sock on a bare leg it's a lot.
it's too much.
I think a white sock would probably be more iconic.
I do
Um,
too.
Certainly
But
more aesthetically pleasing. I know he's not
I mean,
going for that.
here's the thing. I love the song Yukon.
Hmm.
I think it's
Okay,
hot.
wait. Did you like this
No,
rendition?
no,
Yeah,
I
thank
like the
you, thank
original
you.
one.
Yeah,
I was like, oh
of
yeah, you
course,
go
because
up in your
it's a
Yukon.
bop. Yeah, no,
Hmm
but this was garbage. This was weird. This was,
I
I
don't,
mean,
yeah, for him, like the first time to be out and back around, and then that,
yeah.
you're like, hey, I don't, could have done better.
We give these two so much leeway
Hmm
in the cultural
Life.
cachet.
Hmm
And
We really do.
I don't need it. So I'm over
Yeah,
it.
you're over it. Okay, I'm over it too, even though I do like the song. Wait, I didn't
It's
say,
very gimmicky. What?
yeah, it's very, we didn't say if we were over the road or not. I'm,
Oh,
I'm, I'm
you're,
obsessed.
you're upset. That's fine. That's fine. I'm over it. We got it.
Okay,
Justin Bieber's Grammy
we're
performance.
both
I'm over
over.
it. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
All right. Next, we've got Alex Earl, who's
Hmm
got bangs.
She does.
Um, did she not have bangs before?
I don't think they were curtain bangs like this. I,
Okay.
I don't think
Okay.
she did. I think she was a center part girly. Hmm
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm obsessed with it. I think it looks fantastic. I'm more curious, is she dating Tom Brady, to be
Oh, yeah.
honest?
That's fair. That's fair.
Like
You're obsessed with finding out that.
I'm kind of obsessed with that. But what do you think about the curtain bangs on old Alex?
I don't think about Alex.
Okay. Well, you just swinging and missing today.
I'm over it. It's like, I mean, what I think is especially tragic. So the cut's cool. Like, I'm down with it.
Yeah.
Every single image in this carousel, and you guys will see it because we're linking to it. It's like we're doing the same thing in every picture. And
Yeah.
I just
But
like,
I
God, it's
feel like she
fucking
might
lame.
just have one pose though.
Oh, that's,
Because literally, it's look head tilted
I,
down and to the right,
that,
down
it
and to
was
the
like
right.
somebody on her team was like, girl, let's make sure that
Girl,
they can see the bang. And so she's like,
yeah. See the bang? Hmm
bang. It's,
Okay, now I'm kind of over it. Sorry.
there we go. Look,
Boom,
conversion.
strike, strike. Here we go.
Let us know if you're obsessed or over it, please. Obviously, I know that I'm being tough, but
Yeah,
this is Madeline's fault.
this
So
is
there's
this
that.
is hard work. We're
She
we're
knew what
doing the
she was
work.
doing.
Hmm
Hmm.
All right, today we're talking with Jessee Skittrall and Xavier Polo. Jessee is the executive director of the Board Certified Hair Colorists and the founder of Synergy Apprenticeship Systems and the Atarashii Apprentice Program. With decades of experience as a hairdresser and salon owner, he works to elevate professional standards and create earn while you learn pathways for future salon professionals. Xavier Polo is the chief marketing and operations officer at the Atarashii Apprentice Program, where he leads strategy and operations focused on expanding access to high quality, regulated apprenticeship programs. This is a good one, Jeff. I love what they're doing for our industry. All right, make sure that you subscribe, rate, and review, and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok at Read the Tease, and send in questions to volumeup@thetease.com.
But before we get to our interview, let's talk Tease beauty news. First up, big news in the industry. The 2026 PBA NAHA finalists are, earlier this month at Premier Anaheim, the Professional Beauty Association revealed the finalists for the 37th annual North American Hairstyling Awards presented by JCPenney. Widely regarded as the most prestigious honors in North American professional beauty, NAHA celebrates the artist whose work sets the creative, technical, and cultural standard for the industry. The 2026 PBA NAHA finalists represent an extraordinary range of creative vision, technical mastery, and innovation. Across hair, makeup, education, and team-based artistry, these artists have pushed beyond trend to create work that is bold, intentional, and unmistakably forward-looking. Each finalist earned their place through months of conceptual development, technical refinement, and creative execution. Submissions were judged anonymously by a panel of industry-leading experts and evaluated on technical excellence, cohesion, originality, and artistic impact. Head to thetease.com now for the complete list of finalists by category. Kelly,
Yeah.
I mean, you and I've been in this biz for a minute.
Minute.
Yep, we've been to Naha. We'll be back at Naha. There were some surprises, and then there were
Yeah.
some returns.
Hmm.
Anyone surprise you to see? I mean, there was some and multiple category nominations for some teams, and
Really?
yeah, surprising.
I like to see, sure, the returners, but I like to see the new innovation too. I like
Hmm.
to see someone that this is the first time out the gate,
Hmm.
because we need to all, cohesively and we need to cohesively lift our industry, right? I think if we
Hmm.
get too stuck in giving the same people the same awards each year, not saying that that's NAHA, but in general, we don't leave room for anyone else.
Yeah,
So I
no,
think that's
good.
my soapbox.
Good point. No, no, no. I think that that's beautiful. What I was interested in this year is that the Barber of the Year category dominated by Latinos.
Ooh, I
Total
love
shutout.
that.
Nobody else in the
No way.
category. Yeah, which is
Cool.
interesting.
Hmm.
As we said, there's a couple of repeats. Some of the guests that have been on our podcast are nominated,
Ooh,
which is incredible. So Brendetta Ashley, for example,
love.
shout out to
Hmm.
her. We've loved having her on the pod. We love that she's got her nomination for this year. Yeah, some like big surprises, and then some that are maybe not so surprising. Morel
Yeah,
Koken, friend
love
of the
her. That
pod, we
sassy,
love.
sassy
Yeah,
little Morel.
yeah. No, so it's really it's exciting. I cannot wait. The tickets are going to be dropping soon. We understand. So go to
Yep.
probeauty.org/naha for the deets as they develop.
Awesome. Looking forward to it. Next up, we have Andrew Dolling breaking down both of Chapel Roan's glam moments from the Grammys. Ever the beauty trendsetter, Chapel Roan, working with makeup artist Andrew Dolling for MAC Cosmetics, gifted us two unforgettable and bound to be copied moments in the 2026 Grammys. Both took inspiration from the singer's gowns, which we might get into.
Mhm.
Um, of the first, more daring look, Dolling tells us it's Mugler medieval fantasy for the carpet. We wanted the look to be sultry and smoky with a little 90s influence to honor the era this archival gown comes from. He adds a taupe smoky eye with a touch of shimmering liner paired with what I'm calling nude red lip, sultry smoky with a touch of glam. I like that. I want it.
Hmm.
I think I'm wearing a
Hmm.
nude red lip.
You kind of are.
Hi. All right. Head to thetease.com for a detailed breakdown on that look and the second, what we're dubbing the archival Rojard Erythral Glam. Whew, that's a mouthful.
Mhm.
Jeff, what do you think? Both two stunning
Yeah.
looks.
No, I mean, she really does know how to put on
Yeah,
a
she
show. Like,
goes.
like
Yeah.
the beat's incredible. I mean, and that's why, our editor said that it's bound to be copied because it will be. I mean, this
Hmm.
definitely goes around the ether and then it, materializes for other people. So she's certainly trendsetting. I mean, you and I both know this medieval look that they're referring to is also the one in which she's wearing, you know, a dress that
Yes.
is affixed to her body
What?
via prosthetic
I,
nipple
I,
clips.
that's a lot. It's a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah. So, I mean, yeah, it's certainly provocative. And then there's also like sort of henna like body
Hmm.
tattooing that's yeah. It's a
She
lot. It's a
brings
lot of
it.
look. Yes.
Probably takes a long time thinking about concepting from literal head to nipple to toe. All
Yeah, yeah.
right.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, what else is there to say? Of the two looks, did you have a preference in terms of the glam?
I did like the
Yeah.
erythral glam,
Hmm.
probably the best.
I mean, the purple is really
Yeah,
kind of
it's
fun. I
I'm a
mean, this sort
purpley
of, I
gal.
mean, you're a
Yeah.
maximalist, and this is
Hmm.
definitely
Yes,
that,
yes,
that,
sir.
yeah, yeah. So I
Hmm.
see it. I see it for
Yes.
you. All right.
Great.
Well, thank you so much to our contributors and our editors for this week's beauty news. And don't forget to check out more stories like these over on thetease.com. Now, let's get into the top stories that you need to know about that are not on thetease.com. First up, you brought this to our attention.
Yeah. We've been saying it over and over again, the bob, the lob, the slob, whatever it is. But now Marie Claire is saying it's official. Hollywood is over the bob. And I
Mm,
think that extensions are back. And I kind of love that so much for our industry. Is the bob
yeah.
gone? Should we not say it? Should we
No,
take a
absolutely not.
rest
It's of
and take a
course not
break?
gone. No, no. I mean, I think if anything, it's like the Bob has transcended trend. It's now just like it is part
Thrown
of,
out.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So I think I'm excited that there's something different. But let me just back it up.
Okay.
When we look at this sort of analytically,
Hmm.
critically, the Grammys are not known for that sort of
A
like
bob.
old Hollywood, a
That's
bob, a tight
true.
control style. I mean, it
That's
is
very true.
rock and roll. Like that is
Yeah,
what you bring to the table. It's like
correct.
attention grabbing, and often that is done via extension, color,
Drama,
volume.
yes.
Exactly. So
Hmm.
it's like
Did
I
we
don't know. I
expect
just
somebody to come with the bob?
that's exactly right. Like what I mean, it would unless it were like someone who's always got long hair and then they wanted to shake it up. Like that's what you do at the
Yeah,
Grammys. So I
yeah,
feel like
I'm with you.
the extensions, like it was to be expected, kind of. I don't know. I
Yeah.
find this to be lazy.
Okay.
It's like
Lazy. Do
clickbaity.
better. Do
Yeah.
better.
The Bob is going literally, no, we've established it's here
It's
to stay.
here. It's never
It's
gone.
here.
It hasn't went anywhere.
No.
Like,
No, it's just that these girls have extensions, on top of their bobs.
yeah,
Uh,
do better.
sorry. All right. What is this? Bad hair habits to kick in 2026, according to bro
Yeah.
stylists. Yeah.
And
What are that?
I want our pros to weigh in. And I started
Hmm.
reading these aloud in a group. And I was like, well, nobody does
Yikes.
this, right?
And then
And
we both
the
said.
group was like, I do that. The first one was, why are we going to bed with our hair wet?
Hmm.
I can't with my
Well,
extensions.
so
It's
and
just bad.
you're right. And you
Mm,
shouldn't. This is
no.
absolutely true. I mentioned I've got a couple of kids. One of them has long, thick hair and wants to bathe and and which is fine. She refuses to let us use a hair dryer.
Oh,
And
that's it.
so
Oh,
so like we'll do
interesting.
the like micro fiber towel, like all that,
Yeah.
but it's still it's damp, and then like for sure it is not a great
It's
environment for her
damp and
scalp.
wild, like in the
No, no. I mean,
wild,
we
or
we
you
brush it
braid it.
out and then we braid it or we put it up
Okay.
in a bun. But still,
Okay.
like it's
But
not
still.
it's not good. It's not good.
No,
I'm
no.
aware.
I mean, our pros know this, but as your hair dries, it contracts, and then that tension can snap. And I'm not risking any snappage.
You refuse. You refuse.
The other one,
Yeah.
oh, I have something to say about kids' hair, if you will.
You've
I
been
think,
known
I
to
mean,
mess around.
you've got this down, but I always wonder why parents don't comb their kids' hair. Like, you have like maybe classmates of like, and you're like, I don't think a hairbrush has been run through that in a week.
Yeah. It's like yeah, it's a cultural thing. I
Oh, it is.
no, no, I mean for me,
Oh,
like it could never, it is not part of my
I,
culture to
I
allow my children to go out into the world.
just,
Yeah.
just like
Yeah,
this. Yeah.
yeah. And I often remark to them, like, it could be worse. Like, you could be shellacked with
Hmm.
gel and got a big ass bow on your head, and like you've got options.
Hmm.
So yeah,
I don't know. Anyway, a side note.
yeah. Side
How
note.
often should you wash your hair? Do you know, Jeff?
No,
This
once a
is
week.
3 times a week.
Okay, I think
Yeah.
that's probably about what
Once
Ideal
every
was trying
7 to
to do.
10 days. So like on
Yeah,
that cycle. That's probably
yeah,
the same. Yeah.
yeah,
I don't know. That was the biggie that I wanted to hit on was the wet hair. And if there's any pros out there that disagree, I would like to know.
yeah.
And
I mean,
as a
these are
PSA,
pretty.
don't do that.
Don't do it. Dry shampoo buildup. Yeah, we
Yeah,
understand. Don't
yeah,
do that.
yeah. We
That's not a
got
good one.
no, no.
Heat damage. Yeah, don't do a lot of heat styling. I don't know. Yeah, this one was at least somewhat useful. So
Yeah.
there's that.
Okay. There's that. All right. Now stay tuned for our interview with Xavier and Jessee. Jessee Skittrall is the executive director of the Board Certified Hair Colorists, BCH, and founder of Synergy Apprentice Systems, Atarashii Apprentice Program. With decades of experience as a hairdresser and salon owner, he works to elevate professional standards, advance hair color certification, and create structured earn while you learn pathways for the next generation of salon professionals. Xavier Polo is the Chief Marketing and Operations Officer at the Atarashii Apprentice Program, where he leads strategy, branding, and operations. He focuses on expanding access to high-quality, regulated apprenticeship programs and elevating the professional narrative around technical training in the beauty industry. All right, we've got a duo today on the pod. We don't always have a dynamic duo, but here we are. We're going to do it. Welcome, Jessee. Welcome, Xavier, to Volume Up by the Teas.
Yay. We're honored and humbled that you took the time to connect with us.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yes, I think what you're doing and what our listeners are going to experience really changing our industry. So these are the voices that need to be heard. And Jessee, I'm going to start with you. Okay, you worked as a stylist salon owner and now you lead BCH. How did your hands-on experience really kind of shape the vision, for the education and for the certification overall?
Well, several things. I actually became American board certified back
Okay.
in 1996. I think I was the second cohort to go through the program, and
Wow.
then I actually taught at their summit for well over 20 years or so. And what ended up happening is in 2000, I started Atarashii Apprentice Program because the founder of the American Board of Certified Hair Colorists was pioneering apprenticeship in California. I'm like,
Got
hey,
it.
I kind of like what he's doing. I'm going to do this. And at the time, it was just Washington. And the American Board Certified, they ran into a hiccup because Andre, who was the founder, had had a stroke and
Okay.
the company wasn't able to function. And then we went into COVID and they had all these people that needed to get certified and go through the
Uh,
program. And so they approached us because in Atarashii, we do everything virtually. And so we were already used to
okay.
that environment. So, hey, how can I take this into the virtual world? And luckily, actually, that's my expertise is I hold a degree in certification programs.
Oh,
So next thing you know, boom, boom, boom. And so we ended up taking over the vision and the mission from the American Board Certified Hair
okay.
Color and continuing it as the board certified. And now it's online and virtual. For,
Wow. Yeah,
yeah.
I guess I should have started with you're the founder of Atarashi, and what in the world
Okay.
is it?
There is a lot of intersectionality. Yeah, Atarashi, we are several different things. One, we also manage the administrative component for the Board of Certified Hair Colorists as well. But Atarashi actually is a DOL, Department of Labor, nationally appointed
Oh,
registered apprenticeship program for the beauty trades.
oh,
So,
wow.
cosmetology, barbering, manicuring, aesthetics, et cetera, et cetera. And we are also appointed as the apprenticeship ambassador. So our goal is we actually work with state boards.
Mm,
I could name several we're working with at the moment, and Department of Labor in kind of merging the two of those so that apprenticeship is a cross-sectionality between a state board and a Department of Labor.
right.
And there's several states where it's specifically ran by the Department of Labor, and there's several states where it's specifically ran by the state board. So we help navigate and kind of put one foot on both of those and help
Okay.
salons navigate that system. It's a lot.
Yeah, I can't imagine all the what do they call it? Red tape?
Yeah,
Yeah.
bureaucracy, red tape, all of the pieces and parts of above. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
painful.
Is there a story behind the name? I mean, you hinted at it when we were offline, so now I've got to know.
There is. I purposely named it Atarashi because one, it's a slightly obscure name because we're business
Yeah.
to business. We're not client facing. I call it the prosumer. We're looking
Yeah.
to work with salons. But my mentor, her name was Johnny Whitby. She has since passed. May she rest in peace. Had a cosmetology school in Seattle in the Capitol Hill area, which is kind of the neighborhood. It was really edgy
Okay.
at the time. And I come from a long line of beauty school owners, and they were friendly with her, and that's how I knew her. And her school was
Oh,
just it was the place to be. It was
cool.
edgy. I mean, if you were doing blue hair, which was woo, that was a
Oh,
thing at the time, you went to Atarashi. And
ah,
so she was always
cool.
known for being out of the box and over the top with everything. So Atarashi is kanji, it means new and fresh. So it's a
Okay.
different approach. So this is an homage to her, but it's
Oh,
also that's what the name actually means.
okay.
So yeah,
I love it. I love the dual meaning, right? And it makes you think, what? What is that? And so I love the story behind it. That's very beautiful. Okay, Xavier, what brought you to Atarashi? And tell me about your role, how you support apprentices and salons nationwide.
All right. Well, number one, I'll explain my role. So I am
Okay.
currently the Chief Marketing and Operations Officer at Atarashi. So I'm in charge of making things are moving through smoothly, seamlessly, and streamlined for the company as well as on the customer service side. Meaning, when someone signs up with us, whether they are a training partner, as in hosting the program within their salon shop or spa in the nation, we also support making sure that the experience on the apprentice side, meaning when they access curriculum and actually get prepped for their practical or written exam to get licensed, they also have a very seamless experience.
Okay.
I'm also super focused on sales, that's my background as well. So I'm making sure that we are growing and not stagnant. So a little bit of everything, but Jesse and I's story. So actually, I also own and operate a marketing agency called X Factor Agency while also
Awesome.
working with Atarashi. And that's how I met and grew this relationship with Jesse. And at some point, Jesse was like, I need you full time,
Yep.
not just someone like a fractional CMO kind
Yeah.
of thing. So I said, okay, let's chat. And here we are. We've been making magic for, I don't know, it's been quite some time already, Jessee, and it's been a whirlwind for the positive, not the negative.
Good. I love that.
But a little bit about it, my experience and how this kind of ties with what we're doing is I've been in sales and marketing for the last almost 13 years of my career, and I've been all over the place. Dinnerware, sunglasses, then went to working for a medical marketing company, which med spas having that mindset and
Okay.
experience kind of helps with also
Yeah.
dealing with med spas on the apprenticeship side across the country. And also had that typical marketing agency experience before opening up my own as well. But what am I doing in regard to supporting apprentices and salons nationwide? So what we're doing here, or me specifically, is making sure that we are providing job opportunities in
Mhm.
a legal way where someone can actually touch a client, get hands-on experience, and be compliant and get paid to do so. So
Yeah.
they are getting their hands dirty as quick as possible, as legal as possible, and as efficient as possible
Okay.
from the get-go. So by providing this, this also kind of sets us up in a very different avenue across the industry because in most cases, people hear of hair
Yeah.
and beauty and just want to go down the school route, which is
Yeah.
also a-okay. We appreciate and love beauty schools because they have been around for a reason.
Mhm.
And what we like to, which could be cutting into some other questions you may have about the company, so I'm just going to keep rambling. We think of ourselves as an and statement and not an or. So we want to
Okay.
make sure that although someone goes and chooses beauty school, that is fine and dandy. We are also here to provide you that open door opportunity to get your hands dirty right after beauty
Yeah.
school, even if you are
Oh,
licensed or in most cases, maybe not. Maybe you did go through school, failed the exam, and still want to get to work, but you can't because you're not licensed. So, like, what
ah,
do? We
okay.
can kind of help pick you up, provide you that support, get you in with one of our training partners, or maybe you have a salon who isn't a training partner just yet, and you make the introduction for us, and everyone's happy. So
Yeah.
now everyone's getting a job, getting hired, getting the experience that they need, so we are in a way revamping and redirecting and making a change in the hair and
Hmm.
beauty industry as we work through this and have been for the past almost 10 years already that we've been doing.
Wow.
Jesse's
Yeah.
been in this world for 20, but
Wow.
officially as a business and making our mark, I would say 10, half of those years.
Yeah. I mean, it is interesting because you think about, I don't know what the exact statistics are from a beauty school dropout, dare I say, or not dropout, even um, how many continue after finishing beauty school. And then you think, were there more tactile learners that would have appreciated an apprentice program and kept going throughout our industry? Jessee, I'm curious. Talk to me a little bit about that. Why is this certification unique? Why it matters even beyond that state licensure?
Well, and I just want to be really clear. Atarashii addresses that fundamental basic learner that's getting their license.
Okay.
Board Certified Hair Colorist is okay. I've got the license. Now we're going to ramp this up. So when you get licensure, it's about the bottom bar. It's about
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
is the bottom bar. When you get into the industry, now it's about the top bar. It's a whole nother world, and that's really
Yeah.
what the
Huh.
Board Certified Hair Colorist is about raising the bar of your skill set and having it measured. And what most people don't really pay attention to is there's a difference between a certificate and a certification. A
Okay.
certification means you've proven your skill set, you've done the time
Mm,
to a third party that's separated outside of you, and they're the ones putting your stamp of approval. So what
okay.
we've done is use the framework that we've worked with Atarashii, with the Department of Labor, and use the Department of Labor as the vehicle for this. So we've actually taken the certification from the Board of Certified Hair Colorists and actually gotten it through as an apprenticeship through the Department of
Oh,
Labor. So
wow.
it's a upskill buildable piece, which opens up a lot of opportunities. So not only are you getting the certificate from us that says, yes, you passed it, which has we have a written, we have a case study portfolio build out, and we have a
Oh,
performance
wow.
passed all three of those, and you get a certificate from us, as well as you get digital badges along the way that you can use. It's called lattice work. So we
Okay.
lattice up the DOL apprenticeship program. You're actually put into the program when you're done. You've completed all that, and there's a clock attached to it. You actually get a certificate from the federal government that says you are a board
Okay.
certified hair color. So this isn't just your, hey, we learned how to use Redken or Wella or whatever.
Yeah.
This is hair color.
You,
And and the content is not mine. This isn't about me saying
Mm,
how it is. This is about collaboration. So we took the content from the American Board Certified Hair Colorists and we've now built on top of it.
huh,
Getting ready to launch the 2.0 manual, and we've had a whole new set of collaborators that have come in that are industry recognized collaborators
cool.
as educators. So this is, and I think we actually have three scientists on the collaboration board, cosmetic chemists as well, so that has said, yes, this information is consistent. So this isn't a person's opinion. This is the industry's opinion, and it's
Yeah,
peer reviewed. So it's kind of exciting to sit and watch, and
yeah,
it things on its ear a little bit.
yeah. That's incredible. And I'm sure a lot of hard work to get it through the states, right? I mean, whew.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're lucky that we already had a framework going on with
Okay.
Atarashii and that relationship, so we're able to, and we've been able to already get the Board of Certified Hair Color certification for CEU credits. So like
Oh,
I
that's big.
recognize them. So yeah,
That's
so
big.
in multiple states, being board certified gets you a lot more action with your CEUs.
Got it. So, Jesse, if I'm a stylist and I'm considering certification or apprenticeship, what advice are you giving me?
Well, two different things. If you're looking at apprenticeship over here, you're probably looking to get licensed.
Okay.
So one of the first things that I tell people about that over there is understand that all apprenticeships start with a job. So you
Hmm.
have to have the job first. So you're going to have some
Okay.
interview skills, and don't confuse this with
Hmm.
school because this is
Hmm.
learn and earn as you learn. And while it has structure, it's going to feel unstructured at moments because it's not an
Okay.
academic experience. You are
Okay.
not sitting in a chair. You're not,
Yeah.
whiteboard is not going on. It doesn't work like that. So oftentimes I'll have apprentices that'll say, well, they didn't teach me anything or they didn't do it. And I'm like, what'd you do all day long? And they're like,
Yeah.
well, shampooing, I'm blow drying, I'm
Well,
putting on clothes.
there.
Well, who showed you that? They did. Okay. So
Right.
it's kind of a expectation set is there because in a apprenticeship situation, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So
Yeah.
one journeyman, so you're learning at a much different pace and speed. As far as certification for the Board of Certified Hair Colors, that is really designed for the licensed hairdresser. And we actually have people outside of the US now that are taking it as well. And we actually put you into an apprenticeship program that way
Okay.
while you're in the salon. So you don't leave your salon, you don't do anything along those lines.
Huh.
It's done virtually. You'll go through a learning path and you have a mentor that's assigned. Her name is Marta. Marta is our mentor. She'll walk you through the whole process, and she's basically your what we like to call a learning leader. So she's the one that's
Okay.
making sure she's holding you accountable and kind of spanking you along the way to make sure that you're doing your job and that you're getting what you need to be done and interpreting the information and make sure you're consuming accordingly. And then once they go through the content and the information, then they actually take a written test. It's actually proctored by a third party service, very similar to your license. Is going to be, and then you actually do a submission of a portfolio along with case assessments that are signed by
Wow.
us. That's again done through a third party service. And then you'll do a performance assessment. And in that performance assessment, you have prepared a mannequin. It has four
Okay.
different quadrants that you're going to be working on. And you learn all of these techniques, and then you're timed on it, application, the whole
Okay.
bit. And we have a group of assessors that then look
Mm.
over that are board certified and are obviously within the industry, and they're the ones that actually grade that. So it's kind of a blind process
Cool.
for the person that's out there. But it one of the things that happens with certification that we have found historically is it only has a 50% pass rate. It's not a guarantee that you're going to pass because it really
Okay.
pushes your envelope. We're aiming for a 70% pass rate, and that's why we're doing some restructuring.
Okay.
And with that being said, the one big thing that I tell people about certification is at the end of this, we typically find somebody that's board certified increases their income by 30% just by having the unique selling proposition. They're
Okay.
on our website, they're in the directory, they have some great little marketing tools. Obviously, they have a great skill set, but they're
Yeah.
charge a little bit more. They're able to get a higher caliber of client through the front door at the end of the day. And it gives them it differentiates them from
Hmm.
every other hairdresser in town and
Yeah.
really ratchets up their skills.
Interesting. Xavier, are there people out there that you come in contact with that have their license but still want to apprentice? I mean, I know that was a big deal kind of in the past. Is that still here? What's your thought on that?
So actually, we do experience a lot of that, what I call the
Yeah.
crossover,
Mm.
where we have a barber who is now interested in cosmetology, and then we have someone who's a
Interesting.
cosmetologist but interested in barbering,
Hmm.
depending on where they're moving from and to, based on demand in their area, and want to open up their wallet even more for opportunity to be
Yeah.
licensed in multiple different things because there
Yeah.
are states where cosmetology and barbering are two different things. There are
Yeah.
states where they combine it together as one giant cosmetology occupation. So we are constantly experiencing these and providing these opportunities for those who start one way and end another or want to do
Okay.
both. And actually, what's most popular right now is someone who wants to go from cosmetology to manicuring because they're realizing
Oh.
that when they expand their business model from just being a salon to now salon and spa, they
Hmm.
now bring in new clientele, new business opportunities, and they see their business just whoop, boom,
Yeah.
because everyone needs their nails done just as much as their hair.
Yeah. That's interesting because to walk into a hair salon and just a literal walk-in is like scary, but you feel with your nails for some reason you can do that, right? And so I can see that journey coming kind of full circle. That's really cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Xavier, what misconceptions about apprenticeship are out there or about the advanced certification that you want to clarify, that both of you want to clarify?
I love this question just because there is a misconception in just the beauty industry in general. Just
Okay.
because entering the industry, you have the school cap on. So you can't
Yeah.
unsee things and only think
Mm,
school or backroom school education.
okay.
However, what we try to do as an apprentice ambassador, we've gained that title appointed by the Department of Labor. So
Okay.
we are, no matter what, we are not gatekeeping information. So we are always educating, whether they are a customer or not, about apprenticeship. So in this limelight, this is where I say take the school cap off for a
Yeah.
second. We are solely focused on job opportunities, which is workforce development. So we are building a team, not a classroom, because we
Yeah.
want to provide someone the tools that they need in order to get the job done. So a good example and what we recommend when people enter apprenticeship or want to install or implement within their business is everyone always starts at somewhat of a front desk, whether it's answering
Okay.
the phone so that they learn their top 10 product and top 10 clients.
Mm,
And then from there, be able to move to the floor, whether it's sanitizing, shampooing, blow drying, depending whatever the business is, salon, shop, or spa, so that they are more of the assistant. So they're getting hands-on experience, they're learning
yeah.
the business. So by the time they actually get behind the chair, you don't have to really train them as much because they're already in
Mm,
it. You're building
yeah,
that culture, and you get to see if it's a culture fit because that's what they also forget. You're hiring
for
an
sure.
employee. So if it doesn't work out, you can fire an apprentice or find a replacement or find another candidate and vice versa. An apprentice could say, I'm actually firing the training partner. Can I find another one who can host me who maybe I fit
Sure.
their culture better?
Yeah.
So it is a two-way street. But with that experience, that's where I'm finding the most not pain point, but I would say challenge of let's take the school cap off, let's
Okay.
put on our business owner cap on, and think about this as you're hiring someone. Although green, they're not too green because they're either from beauty school or maybe they've been cutting hair out of their garage already
Yeah.
for 5 years since high school or whatever the case may be. And they just need a place to actually call home as their job site and then work towards their license legally.
Mm, hmm.
So
I
it's
love
just a
that.
matter of breaking down that barrier between school and work
Yeah.
and then moving on from there.
That's great. Thank you for that clarification. Oh, Jesse, go ahead. Yeah.
No, I was going to say one of the challenges because you were asking about postgraduate
Yeah.
apprenticeship, and that actually I don't want to say it's dying, it's changing, it's
Hmm.
evolving.
Okay.
This is the evolution, and the reason I say that is when you go to school, you learn to hold shears, and every instructor worth their salt has ever said everything you're going to need to learn, you'll learn once you get out there.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, even in a really good cosmetology school, you only get so much because your time is very limited and it's not as real world of an environment as a salon would be. So what
Okay.
we're doing in apprenticeship is actually combining all of that experience into one. So when this person comes in, usually we find all the training happens about the halfway mark. From the
Okay.
halfway mark to the end of their time with us, they actually look, act, walk, and feel like any other service provider. So
Mm.
that first year fresh out of school, we're doing it inside the apprenticeship program. So, which exponentially, I mean, we have a 93% retention rate to the salon 3 years after licensure.
Okay.
By the time they end with an apprenticeship, they are working at a 75% productivity on average.
Wow.
So we and we have an 86% completion rate. So you can't argue with the
Mhm.
numbers
No.
in the success because there's a structured organization and they're not having to undo everything they learned from cosmetology school because with the amount of salon owners that we talk to that we're taking kids fresh out of school and I have to start over because the program
Yeah.
has been shoved through the beginnings of what I say is deregulation, which I know you're going to get into probably,
Yes.
is those hours have been shoved down. The schools, even if they're really, really good, and there's some good ones out there, it's not possible to get them to proficiency. They can only get them to
Oh,
licensure. It's not the school's fault. It's
okay.
our industry and the numbers fault. The thousand
And
Wow.
hours.
I just have to say, since we're talking about stats, we do have a
Yeah.
96 first-time pass rate. So even if it's someone coming
Wow.
right into apprenticeship, not even having any school background, is able to get what they need to pass that exam and still become a very, very well-rounded professional in the beauty industry.
That's incredible.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah, that's amazing. You mentioned deregulation, Jessee. There's potential in some states. What risks do you see for technical training, and how is BCH preparing the industry for these potential changes?
Thank you. And I'm glad you saw it because that's
Yeah.
exactly what we're doing. The problem or the challenge becomes I don't think we're actually going to deregulate. I don't think it's going to
Okay.
happen. And I do
Good.
think it's going to become very, very small, meaning I think at some point the license that we get is going to be, for lack of a better word, a food handler's permit. It's like you barely
Okay.
have enough. Now you can, the chef has to go get a food handler's permit before they're
Yeah.
allowed to become a chef. And I think that's what's going to happen because
Okay.
the government's not going to say no to the money. The states are not going to say, "Oh, we're
Right.
just going to deregulate and throw millions of dollars out the door." They want their money,
Okay.
so they're just going to go "Err," over
I
here
see.
and understand. I need to share with people, and they need to understand this is not the state board's fault. This is
Okay.
your legislators. This is
Yeah.
not, the state board does not make those decisions. They are only put upon to act based off of what they're told to do, which is what those statutes are. So we have a tendency to beat up the state board. They don't have as much power as we think they do. So that
Mm.
when they're handed 1,000 hours, they have no choice but to comply. So they have to
Okay.
figure. So I think things are going to get a little bit smaller. So that's where Atarashii and the Board of Certified Hair Colorists comes into place because the consumer needs something. So let's just
Yeah.
say for giggles, I was going to add another word, but just for giggles,
We
that
can swear. We like a good swear word.
yeah,
No.
All right.
I would like to say for shits and giggles, let's just say second tomorrow, every state said no more cosmetology, beauty, barbering licenses whatsoever. Great.
Yeah.
What happens? Well, let's take a look at other countries. Great Britain's a really great example. The consumer is going to go, hey,
Yeah.
what makes you different and more trained than this person? So now I
Mm.
need something that says that quantifies that.
Mm.
I mean, YouTube, all those happy experiences, that's lovely, but I need to quantify it. And how do I
Sure.
quantify that? I'm going to quantify that through certification. I need a third-party service
Yeah.
to say that I've
Yeah.
met a skill set. So apprenticeship does that because you get the certificate from the federal government.
Hmm.
And obviously certification does that because you're testing out and you again get it at the end of the day. So it combines licensure and
Okay.
certification. You get your license to practice over here. You get your certificate that says you're knowledgeable over here. So
Okay.
we're trying to kind of raise the bar a little bit
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
create a standard within the industry.
I love that.
And
Okay.
someone who came into this super green,
Yeah.
a great analogy that I found that made me understand this quickly is for the everyday folk is Think about it as going to a doctor's office. Are you walking in because they have all those certifications on the wall, or are you going to choose a doctor that has nothing, right?
Yeah,
Oh, I've been
right.
doing this out of my garage for 5 years.
You're like,
Not that his experience is any better or worse than, but it's a matter of the mindset and the
yeah,
confirmation of, oh, this guy spent time to study versus someone
yes.
over here who's just, taking it piece by piece every day and see what happens.
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
We're seeing this now with hair extensions because they're so popular right now.
Yes.
We're seeing consumers say, "What are you
Are
certified?"
you, yeah,
Yeah, are
blank
you certified?
certified? Yes.
They're asking because people will say, "Well, people don't look at licenses. They don't look." I'm going to beg to differ. I look for my board certified dermatologist. That's for dang sure. But
Yeah.
now we're seeing people like, "Are you certified in hair extensions?" That's a big deal. So the landscape is being set for sure, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Xavier, from an operational perspective, what are the challenges that, okay, I'm a salon owner listing. I want to maybe adopt this apprenticeship program. What are some challenges I might face?
Just like any business, since we are hiring someone, because
Yeah.
it is a federally approved apprenticeship program, meaning it's through the Department of Labor. So the one requirement, regardless of whichever state we are running in, is that the apprentice must be paid at least minimum wage.
Okay.
So they're on the job getting an hourly rate.
Hmm.
So that is something to prepare for. And the number one thing that I'm up against that I also help train along with our sales team to train these potential training partners is although, just like anything in business, it is an investment. So there are
Yeah,
upfront fees and costs to
sure.
get started.
Okay.
However, we help them by giving them recommendations of start the apprentice here, work them over here. Then you'll see that your current hairstylist can double book themselves to then cover said costs. And you'll see that productivity is already going to increase very rapidly.
Okay.
So the number one thing I always mention is think about this as a business, and you know
Yeah.
that with any good business venture, it is an investment up front and
Hmm.
long-term results. So
Great.
I would
Yeah.
say on average between 30 to 90 days, depending on volume of the salon, location, all those happy jazz details that they see how beneficial this program is, and then maybe
Yeah.
want to bring on another apprentice because
Yeah.
now they grew from a 4 chair salon to now an 8 because they were able to produce so much more.
It's kind of a no-brainer. I don't know, right? Like,
And we've done so much research, and based on Jesse's experience, we really have.
yeah.
And it's funny because Jesse and I say this back and forth on different sales calls, depending on the size of the client, is they're looking for the gap. They're looking for that hole
Yeah.
we didn't
Right.
fill. But we have every answer to every question they can think of because we are ready and we know how hard it is to come up with your own program to then submit it to the state. And then certain states like Pennsylvania, the training partner and the apprentice has to apply to the state to then get approved to then start playing with us. So there are different nuances and loopholes and barriers that we have to work through, but we have the support because we have a team that's been in the industry for at least 20 plus years to help guide them through the program as well once they're onboarded with us. So
Right.
I have to say what makes us stand out from the crowd is our customer service. We are there from thick and thin, through thick and thin, soup to nuts. They have full support from start to finish with Atarashii. And
Okay.
that is something that is a little unheard of in the beauty industry because we all either self-teach, go to school, have the support within that time frame, and then that's it. See you later. So it's a matter of we build on that relationship because we want to see you succeed and have that ongoing success with us, whether it's with one apprentice or 10 or 20.
Yeah.
We have training
Absolutely.
partners that have multi-location salons, and each location is signed up because they are growing apprentices constantly on a 2 to 3 rotation.
Wow.
Because again, it's workforce and it's the fact that you're giving someone the opportunity to grow as a professional and stay with you. And then, yeah, maybe some do leave and open up their own shop, but why wouldn't you want them to flourish, right? Which then we're
Absolutely. Yeah.
stimulating the economy. So it goes on and on and on.
I love that. Jesse, what is some of the feedback from colorists that have been influenced by this program?
The biggest thing that people walk away from is, and you're going to see this kind of echoed and expanded in the new writing of the book because there's
Okay.
obviously technology has changed, things have changed. It hasn't been updated since I want to say pre-2000. So the
Okay.
big you're going to see a big update, obviously like bond builders and things. But what most colorists will say when they walk out is, I feel empowered to not be owned by the hair color brand anymore. I
Oh,
now
whoa. Yeah. Okay.
I
Yep.
now have enough information to where I can make an
Hmm.
informed decision or cherry pick
Yep.
accordingly, whatever
Huh.
works. So I'm not, and I think that's the problem is the manufacturers have done a great job of getting us as the hair colors to believe the magic
Hmm.
is in the tube when the reality is it's in the hairdresser's hands. And there's a
Yep.
lot of misinformation that happens from marketing to education
Yep.
because the cosmetic chemist is way over here and we're separated between the two.
Uh-huh.
That sets us up for failure. And when you
Mm.
have those aha moments and we reframe everything, people will walk away with a different dialogue, a different language, and they see through a completely different lens that
Okay.
just raises their bar. I mean, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's
So,
also a great sort of example on how that disconnect from chemist to all the
uh,
middleman to the actual end user, right? There's a lot likely
yeah,
lost in translation.
I had I'm blessed. I had a pretty lucky background because I went into from the salon being the education director of my salon to being a educator for a color brand, from that to being a brand manager to manufacturing, doing sales and education. So my
Okay.
job
Yeah.
literally was from the chemist to the street. We had
Huh.
to, and I'm going to be 100% what caught my attention, what made me very passionate about this is the amount of manipulation of information, where we manipulated information purposefully to get a sale and get your loyalty over here.
Okay.
So that, which, when you look at like Great Britain and places like that, for their top tier colorists, they actually have to get certified by a manufacturer over in Great Britain,
Oh,
period, in order to
interesting.
get their top tier colors, which scares me a little bit because they're not, they're motivated. They want to make more sales. They're not
Sure.
telling you the whole story and giving you the context. So
Wow.
it's been a fun and interesting ride.
Yeah, absolutely. Xavier, where do you see hair education and the certification landscape evolving? Like what's the next 5 to 10 years look like?
That's a great question, but I would have to say that just I feel like this industry, regardless, has been built on nothing but education.
Yeah.
So where I see this going is just an increase in more access to it, whether
Okay.
it's through a membership through another company that gives you access to one-on-one meetings or local networking events or local networking opportunities to meet with other stylists, to meet with other gurus of hair braiding, dreadlocks, all the
Mm-hmm.
specialty type of texture hairstyles and techniques. For example, I mean, I went to a hair show with Jessee a couple months ago, and it's things like that I feel like will come back even after the COVID era, even though we're 6 years later now.
Yeah.
I feel like all of those will come back, but at tenfold.
Okay.
There was a recent hair show here in Orlando, which is one of the biggest hair shows in the country once a year. And I feel like those will, although it was super chaotic, I feel like there's going to be so many more of those on different levels. And I feel
Okay.
like education is just going to literally vomit everywhere. I think at this point it's doing a little bit of that regarding podcasts like ourselves today,
Yeah.
podcasts, YouTube channels. But I feel like especially with the world of TikTok, it's already exponentially growing. I feel like 5 to 10
Yeah.
years from now, we're going to end up maybe having an overflow of experts and
Mm.
gurus because everyone's going to want to have their own platform and things to speak and say what they do,
Yeah.
which again, I don't think is bad either because we can never have enough information,
True.
even
Yeah.
have access to education, especially when it's free compared to having to pay for the education. So I feel like
Absolutely.
from 5 to 10 years from now, it will not will not be difficult to find. I feel like
Okay.
nowadays it's still a little bit of gatekeeping of certain techniques and things, but
Okay.
I feel like all these product brands and brands out there in the industry also have provided that doorway of people who have been using their product, have become an ambassador, and now educating on that. I mean, we're just getting a taste of it now, but I really think we're gonna have so many more potentially even new products coming out. Um, since as we're teaching the industry about the product, I think the science behind everything, especially the magic of marketing like myself, is going to be out there more so that people
Okay.
could
Yeah.
become one man stands, one woman band, all that kind of thing. So I feel like education right now is at a great level or a great um high level overview in the industry, but I really think it's going to fly high within the next 5 to 10 years for
I
sure.
love that. Jesse, do you
It's
have the same sentiment? Any thoughts on kind of where you see education and certification evolving?
Yeah, it's a whole different game because it's about the delivery.
Okay.
And I think that's really what we're talking about is in certification land. One of the challenges I see, because we're personally as an organization, we're actually going through an apprenticeship to run apprenticeships. So it's an apprenticeship.
Oh, yeah.
So we're watching how the content is being delivered, and I have a lot to say about that because I think that's what's going to change, and I think
Okay.
that's what's going to leave a lot of educational institutions, whether it's a school or whether it's a manufacturer, or whatever, behind
Sure.
it to keep up. We no longer, when we're doing education, there's a middle ground there. There's the 4,000-year-old hairdresser up here, and there's the fundamental down here. Something lost in between, and I think that's what the Board of Certified Hair Colors really represents. We've narrowed it down. Our ideal client is 30 to 50 years old. They're not fresh.
Oh, okay. Okay,
They're
interesting.
not
Yeah.
at the end of their career. They're somewhere at 30 to 50
Yeah.
and need to kind of ramp up their game a little bit and really figure it out because there feels like there's a really big disconnect in the very middle of that. And the delivery is very important because now, like Xavier said, we have YouTube, we have TikTok, so on and so forth. So what
Right.
we're seeing a lot of is these people come in with a level of experience, whether we like it or not, whether it's good or bad experience, they've
Hmm.
touched hair. That wasn't said 10, 15 years ago. They now have touched
Sure.
it, done nails. So we have to honor that and start from zero. So as an example, in an apprenticeship and also in certification, we have instead of sitting in a classroom or in a Zoom and I'm just, excuse the expression, puking information on you, you actually pre-consume content and information so that you have a frame of reference, and then we're going to debrief during the Zoom. So I'm going to
Okay.
do a knowledge check. So and that's really how I see education changing is we're going to pre-consume the information, then we're going to actually own the information, not have you're never presenting information for the first time. It just
Yeah.
isn't possible anymore with
Got it.
everything that's accessible that's out there.
I
I
love
could
it.
I could go on
Uh,
for hours.
I mean, I know I sense the passion. It's incredible. Um, Xavier, my marketer, where can people find you on socials, on .com if they're interested?
Perfect. Well, for Atarashii, we're definitely at Atarashii Apprentice Program. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram. We're working on TikTok eventually.
All
We do
right.
have an account, but it doesn't get as much attention as the others. But we're very, very active on Facebook and Instagram. More so on Facebook since we're very involved in a lot of groups, especially groups that are pertaining to boards, Board of Cosmetology,
Yeah.
barbering in different states. But you can also find us at atarashi.org.
Okay.
Regarding BCH, same thing. We are Board of Certified Hair Colorists on Instagram and Facebook. You can also find us, well, not yet, but soon it will be Board of Certified Haircolorist.com. We are
Okay.
in the process of rebranding and relaunching this year.
Yay.
But anyone that searches us for the website, they'll be rerouted to a coming soon kind of page where they can kind of submit their information so they can get announced or be the first ones to find out when we relaunch. And also for X Factors, just X Factor agency as well, if people are interested or curious about marketing themselves within this space or any space for that matter, for whoever's listening.
Love it. Okay, we're gonna wrap this part, and we're gonna get to the next part, which is fun. Not that that wasn't fun, but we're gonna put you on the spot. We have a little something called the Tease Quick Takes, and that is where I want you to just go for it. I'm gonna ask you a question, and pop out it goes.
Okay.
Um, so who wants to go first? I'll alternate.
I'll go
Any
X
first.
marks the
takers?
spot. Let's go.
Okay. All right. If you could instantly master one skill, what would it be? And this can be hair related or not. We're talking life skill.
Memory.
Oh,
If I can
yeah, that's
remember
good.
every little thing that
Mhm.
happens in life, whether it's work, personal, or both, that would be, my husband would be so happy.
Oh, yes. All of the spouses would be. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So memory would be a skill. If I could
Okay.
get better at that, that would solve a lot of,
I love a lot of stuff.
yeah, a lot
Yeah,
of stuff.
love it. All right. Jessee, what is your current go-to song or album?
Actually, I'm going old school for a hot second.
Do it.
Dick Tracy
Okay.
from
Oh.
On Madonna's, I'm going bananas. Right now, it's just,
I like this.
I don't know if I just showed my age. I'm sure I just did, but
It's okay. I
and then
love it.
in between is meditation music. I'm trying to protect my.
Regardless who doesn't love Madonna.
Love, love. Okay, Xavier, what haircut or color trend are you secretly obsessed with right now?
I've always been a fan of ombres. Like
Oh, is it coming? Yeah.
especially those that go from dark to like
Oh,
silvery
uh-huh.
gray.
Okay.
Especially those who were blonde and do it with their bright eyes. I'm like, I feel like that's such a
Oh,
crazy look.
yeah.
Go from dark to yeah,
Love.
that's my own personal
Okay.
favorite.
Love that. Okay, Jessee, if you could dream, if you could do a dream celebrity client's hair for a day, who would it be and what would you do on them?
Uh, sorry, I don't mean to laugh because I've actually done it. Dolly
Oh,
Parton.
are you
I-
kidding me?
yeah, so my uncle was the wig master for the Seattle Opera for years. So as a child, I was probably about 11 or 12. She came to the local fair to play, and somebody had spilled orange soda on her wig. So we got to do the wig. We had to wash the wig and
Yes.
keep that it. So I've actually helped with it, but that's as close as we get to Dolly. It's a producer that drops everything off. But I would love to do Dolly Parton. It's and
Whew.
literally do Dolly Parton's hair and talk to her. I think she's an amazing woman.
Oh, okay. Let me tell you this synchronicity here, Jessee. We, for our kickoff on our fifth season of the pod, my co-host and I asked each other these same questions. You want to know what my answer was?
Well, is it-
Dolly Parton.
Oh my God.
What
Look at her
are
hair.
the odds?
Yeah, yeah.
Come on. Come
She's
on. I
amazing.
mean, amazing. Okay. Both of you can answer this one because we're going to end on all of the positive vibes. Okay. So, Xavier, what is a tiny thing that made you smile this week? Just a little something.
Looking at numbers from last year and showing a 20% increase in sales.
Hell yes. We love that. That's not a little one. That's a big one.
Yeah,
We
so
love
very
it.
happy in how last year ended, and we're on our way to make
Woo.
bigger things happen this year.
Love. All right, Jessee, what is a tiny thing that made you smile this week?
Um, organization. My house
Okay.
paid to have somebody come organize our garage. It made me happy.
Oh, you know what? I did that last year too. And the thought of like the garage door opening and you're like,
Oh,
what?
yes. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like,
Yeah. No,
that
it's
was,
good. It's good
that
stuff.
was,
Yep. I didn't know that you weren't supposed to have anything on the ground in a garage. Did you?
my husband told me that because he does safety for construction. So he knew that, but
Okay.
same thing. I'm like, let's put these batteries over here. He's like, no, no, no.
Right. What? Anyway, I digress. This was fantastic. I love what you're doing for the industry. It's such a compliment to have you with us today and an hour of both of your time. And I wish you all of the success in the world. Maybe next year you're going to look back and it's going to be 40% instead of 20.
Maybe, and likewise, thank you so much
Let's
for
do
taking
it.
the time to meet with us. It was a pleasure meeting you. This is a fabulous opportunity to get to speak with the T's, and I'm looking forward to showing up more often to come with new news.
Love it. All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Jeff, I love their apprentice program that's something you can like earn while you learn, which is brilliant. I mean, that is how I would want to get through my hours because then you've got hours behind the chair. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why most states aren't doing this, to be honest with you. So there's that. But great interview. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to hit subscribe, rate, review, and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok at Read the Tease, and send in questions to volumeup@thetease.com.
Volume Up is a Tease Media production. This episode was produced by Monica Hickey and Madeline Hickey. James Odebache is our editor and audio engineer. Thank you to our creative team for the custom Volume Up theme song and for putting together the graphics for this episode.